Because then, if he continues with those contracts, he's as good or as bad as Srinivasan. He needs to give up those contracts. And I don't agree with Muthiah. Do you think, won't Sunil Gavaskar make a good cricket administrator, or only somebody who's run a big company like Mr. Muthiah has or like Srinivasan has can be a good cricket administrator, and a cricketer can't be a good cricket administrator?
I think with the kind of experience Mr. Gavaskar had, I think he'll be a fantastic administrator. But, to try and put this argument to rest, why not? This is the best opportunity. You've had some fantastic cricket administrators in the past as well. Mr. Muthiah has been naming Shashank Manohar and so on and so forth. Why not have ex-cricketers with the stature of Sunil Gavaskar and some of our iconic legends to be heading BCCI with all the cricketing department?
I agree 100%. People like Rahul Dravid and Anil Kumble, Mr. Muthiah,
let them take all the
force them
decisions.
to give up their conflicts of interest. But that having been said, why can they not do a better job than you did, or Srinivasan did, or anybody else will do, sir?
Okay, but conflict of interest is very important.
Sure, I accept that.
Now Anil Kumble is already in the technical committee of ICC. Now, Sunil, as Boria said, he has to quit all his assignments. So I'm sure Anil has also got some assignments. I do not know. So if they
Anil Kumble runs a software company that was making big pitches both to the ICC and to the BCCI to try and come on board. But he needs to give that up. I want to go across to Balaji in Chennai. Balaji, do you think Srinivasan needs to step down, and do you think Gavaskar will make a good replacement?
See, whether Gavaskar will make a good replacement or not, that only time can say. But I agree with Boria on one thing, that Gavaskar has too many interests with the business of cricket. He has got to ensure that he comes out of all of that. But another thing is, why not a cricketer? I mean, when they say he doesn't have administrative experience, I have spoken to many, I have interacted with many cricket administrators who are not cricketers, who don't know what day of the week it is. And they have not run cricket very professionally in this country. They just call themselves administrators, but what sort of qualification they have had to become a cricket administrator has always been a big question. In the case of Gavaskar, or in the case of any other player, he'll at least put the interest of the cricketer in front above everything else. That's very important.
His credibility is not in doubt. He's been accused, though, of being part of the system. He's been accused of being a commentator who refuses to speak up. And does that then compromise his potential as a good BCCI president?
Not at all. I think he'll be a fantastic BCCI president with the kind of experience that he's had over the years. He's been world over. He's seen different cricket boards. He's gone through all through the sort of rituals that he needs for one person to go through, so that he could be BCCI president. I completely understand where Boria is coming from, that if he gives up his commentary posts and things like that, if the man gets compensated for his deeds, why not? At the end of the day, he's got to earn a living as well. If for the BCCI president...
Absolutely. Why have someone who's so rich that he does this as an honorary position? He should be paid for it.
Without a doubt.
He's a professional. You need to respect his time and pay him for it. I want to come to the last question I'm debating on Center Stage tonight, and that is about the Supreme Court's role. Many in the BCCI who refuse to come on this show to defend their position have actually called to say that the Supreme Court has no business in trying to sort out the affairs of the BCCI. They say that we're doing a great job. It's the only profitable sport in the country. Look at where we've taken cricket since 1983, and therefore the Supreme Court should just back off and let the BCCI do what it does. Boria Majumdar, would you agree with what the BCCI is saying without coming on record? Boria.
I have said this 500 times on headlines today, and I say it the 501st time, that thank heavens there was the judiciary. Otherwise, I am not sure a cleanup is possible in the Indian cricket echelons. And I take full responsibility for what I'm saying. For the last 1 year, all we have heard from the BCCI is everything is hunky-dory. The BCCI appointed a panel which exonerated everybody. A clean chit was given to everybody. Mr. Srinivasan decided to step aside. On the 2nd of June, on 23rd of June, he attends an ICC meeting. On 13th of September, he attends a disciplinary committee meeting. Nobody in the BCCI speaks up. So what would have happened? Today also, have you heard anybody from the BCCI, the current BCCI, speak up? Has anybody spoken? Absolutely not. Everybody is waiting in the wings. So thank heavens for Ananga Kumar Patnaik and KM Kaifullah. thank heavens for the judiciary, because ultimately they owe this to the Indian cricket fan. We should be glad, we should be appreciative of the role played by the Supreme Court.
Mr. Mutaiya,
And
there are several who
obviously to
believe that the
Justice Mudgal
Supreme
and to
Court
Justice Mudgal
is
for
interfering
having
in
let this
matters which are beyond its real business. That the Supreme Court has no business running cricket in India. They have no
I
business
don't
suggesting
agree.
who should be the BCCI president, and they should let the
We
BCCI
have done-
self-correction
we have done-
mechanism kick into play. Do you think that argument is fallacious? Mr. Mutaiya.
I don't agree with that argument at all. We have done so much damage to Indian cricket. So we have brought in the Supreme Court to resolve the problems. So I don't blame, I cannot say that Supreme Court has intervened at all. It is because of our own doing we have brought in the Supreme
No,
Court.
absolutely.
to
I think the
intervene. We
one
have
thing the
damaged
BCCI
cricket
has shown
completely.
is that there is a club of omerta. No one speaks up against the other. They know about the dirty dealings of the other, and therefore the cleanup needs to come from outside. The cleanup cannot and will not come from within. And if we just pretend and sit back and seem as if nothing matters, nothing's going to change, then nothing will change. The Supreme Court interfering is actually the best thing that's happened to Indian cricket, Nikhil.
Well, without a doubt, Rahul, because at the end of the day, we wouldn't have been sitting here, because come when that initial sting took place and the guys got arrested, CSK, the Rajasthan Royals, Srishant, at that moment in time, like Boria is saying, an independent agency was given that probe from outside maybe the BCCI, and things could have come
No,
out
but that's
right.
the argument the BCCI gave at that time, that we've ordered an internal probe, we'll clean this mess
It's
up.
not, see, this is something not an internal probe could do. This
Absolutely.
is because you need hardcore evidence. At the end of the day, you need your police investigative agency or independent, which have got that sort of sources.
I don't wish to take a position. You've heard fiercely argued points of view. You decide whether it's okay for the IPL to continue, given the cloud of suspicion that hangs overhead. Given also the fact that Dhoni has lied before Justice Mudgal very clearly, now that's being established, does he deserve to be the captain of the Indian team? And whether Sunil Gavaskar will make for a good BCCI president. You've heard these points of view being argued by our guests, whom I wish to thank now for joining us on Centre Stage this evening. Boria and our entire team will be tracking this story in the Supreme Court all through the day tomorrow, when we will find out what view the Supreme Court really takes. That really, in India, is the final court of justice. That's where things get cleaned up, whether it's the CWG or the 2G scam. That is where things reach, and from there the process of cleaning up begins. And I'm glad that the courts have stepped in. This really is a service they've done to cricket and to Indian fans. Thank you all very much, gentlemen, for joining me on Centre Stage tonight. Thank you.